OpenAI decided to drop something people would call it as a Google Chrome killer this week, and I thought I'd check it out and see if it sucks as much as the other AI browsers like Perplexity, Comet, and even Claude for Chrome extension. So here are 10 things I wish I knew before I even downloaded the damn thing. The first point is that it's an easy setup. If you're already using Chrome, you can transfer all your sensitive information into this new browser and expose it to another company. Yes, we like that. We like that. I mean, is there really any browser that's actually hard to set up? This is a null point. Which brings me to my second point. It's a Chromium-based browser. So you can still use all your favorite extensions like password managers as well as adblock for when you're watching anime on certain sites and adult pics pops up. Sometimes it's annoying, sometimes it's not, but I like to keep my content PG, so like, you do you, okay? On top of that, you get to keep all the vulnerabilities that a Chrome browser has, a great selling point. Now that you're clearly excited and interested at this point, let me just bring you back to reality for a moment and address who can actually use this Vibe browser. Basically, only the privileged class can. And what I mean by that is basically only those who has a Mac. And obviously, I have a Mac. So if you're one of those who are of lower status, or I dare say plebeians using Windows, Linux, or mobile, well, yeah, OpenAI, they don't want you. This brings me to my fourth point, which is if you did pass all the customer gating, how much does this realistically cost? And I'd say it's free, but I know some of you in the comments, and I know who you are, you're gonna tell me I'm clickbaiting. So what I'm gonna say is if you want a therapy session with your browser, then it's going to be free. However, if you want an AI agent that gets you refund on Amazon without you having to return the item, then you're going to have to subscribe to either the Plus tier or higher. One of my favorite features in Atlas is the multi-search functionality. This is not at all intrusive, invasive, or inefficient. In fact, whenever you ask a question here, it will not only tell you the best misinformation in the most confident way, it'll also show you the sources where those information come from, and that's where it gets real spicy, if you know what I mean. Did I mention you'll also have the ability to see its web search, images, videos, and even the latest and greatest fake news all at the same time. I mean, at this point, it's basically Google. Now you're probably thinking, OMG, it's a brand new browser. Obviously, it's gonna have great performance, optimization, and zero bugs. You know it. I mean, just look at this side-by-side comparison between Chrome and Atlas. Loading google.com, the performance difference is just insane. In addition to the stellar performance you're seeing here, the browser also tracks all your conversation history so that you can find it all on ChatGPT with all of its context. Yeah. Or you can just hit the sidebar button at the top left and your whole browser becomes, guess what? ChatGPT. Oh, we want that. We love that. So you may be asking, is this browser tracking all of my conversations and browsing data? Is OpenAI freely using my data for training their models? That's such a great question. Who cares? But I'm glad you asked because they conveniently added this data controls in their settings. And by default, this should be turned off. But for me, for whatever reason, it was on. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I got caught with my pants down. Also, as you expected, they are totally vague about what they are tracking versus not tracking. I mean, they're basically just taking your data, okay? Just let them have it. They want it, just give it to them. Moving on to an introvert favorite. If you're one of those people who hate writing work emails like I do, especially the ones where you have to be all nice and happy and pleasant with a touch of passive aggression. You know who you are. You can now have ChatGPT do all that for you inside of your browser, inside your Gmail email. Or you can write a first draft in plebeian language, and then you can have ChatGPT refine it for you. So it sounds less like an angry maniac and more like a Kool-Aid HR employee whose strings are just wound up a little bit too tight. Now hold on, there's more. With agent mode, ChatGPT can now not only edit your Notion documents, it can play games for you, it can even trade meme stocks for you. Diamond hands. Am I right? With this, OpenAI has just killed a dozen or so startups or tools like Grammarly, Notion AI, and many others that have the application accessible via the web and has AI agent interfaces. At this point, you're probably jacked up with dopamine, so if you want to release some, check out this video next. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Maybe. Peace.